Hey guys, Gon here. So we finally got a brand new Demon Beast with the release of Hell. I actually got shafted. I used all my gems and I don't have a Hell maxed out yet. So I'm going to be waiting a little bit to get my Hell 6/6. But she's still very much usable on the Beast. She definitely makes it a lot easier because she's a green unit that hits really hard. I want to show you a guide on how to clear out the Demon Beast. The deer, we finally got this new Thor. It's not that bad. It's actually a lot easier than the bird. The team that I'm using is Thor, Freyr, Jormungandr. She is busted for this. And then, of course, I'm using Hell. The card set I'm using the dog set. You could also use the deer set. I like the dog set because basically the dog set lets you skip phase 1 of floor 4, which is really useful. Otherwise, you have to worry about getting frozen, and the deer set is actually good for getting rid of the frozen. Gear-wise, I'm using attack crit damage with everybody because I want everybody to hit hard. I gave the Hell Sariel because she does have a... Actually, you know, thinking about it logically, it's probably better to give the Thor the Sariel because she will almost always crit, and give Hell the Sabnak. Actually, no, I can't because the unities. Nope, I did it right before. You can't have more than one unity, sadly. So we'll stick with Sabnak here, and we'll stick with Sariel here. You could give her Mael, but she has a card that crits. Freyr does not, so I think it's better to give Freyr the Mael and give Hell the Sariel. For their middle pieces, I do have crit damage with crit defense rolls. It doesn't hit too bad, so it's not too bad to worry about, but it may help you if you're having problems. The first 3 floors are super easy. Thor basically solos them by herself. Like, watch. I'll just throw out some cards, and you'll watch. She'll just kill the phase 1 all by herself. That's why we call Thor a mommy, because she does a lot. The good thing to know, by the way, that you should be aware of is if you use one of each card type, what will happen from each person. Jormungandr will rank everybody up and she'll cleanse. Another thing that you should be aware of, if you use 2 AoE attacks, which Hell has all AoEs, you will end up cleansing off the debuffs as well. Unfortunately, Mommy's not able to one-shot here, but Mommy can still do a ton of damage, and you get to see the new Hell do some damage as well. So, yeah, if you have Thor, at least you should be able to clear out phase 1 super easy. She hits like a truck. Oh, we got all mats. You want pizzas because you're going to need a lot of pizzas to upgrade your units. Unfortunately, Mommy Thor is not going to hit as hard during this phase. Still hits pretty hard, though. Actually, so this debuff will actually work on it right now, I believe. Oh no, it only works on a floor 1. That's right. That's what it was. Also, if you don't know, this Jormungandr card is a heal. It's not a big heal, like 30% of the damage. It's still, you know, something, right? Here, what you need to know for this phase It has fixed damage. That means that it cannot be it only takes 1 damage. In order to break this, you just gotta follow the standard color cycle. You can use any one of these in order. I like to use the Thor card because then Thor can hit later. So I'm gonna do blue first, then red again, then a green, and then blue again. Now that I did all 3, taking damage, I should easily be able to kill it next turn. I just have to use a red and green first. Thor should usually be the one who gets attacked because Thor is the blue unit and the deer is a green unit, so type advantage of course. So now I'm going to do my red, I'm going to do my green, and then I'm going to do my blue, and that should finish it off. I'll burn this in case it doesn't. Everyone should be full health because of the Jormungandr attack, and then Mama Thor will clean up everything else for us. Here, there's really nothing special. We just have to, we want to DPS it down. I want to see, I have my Thor ult, so I'm ready to go still. And I want to beat card type, so I'm pretty in a good spot. So I'm just DPSing down as fast as I can. There's no trick to phase 3. It's just going into the last phase again, where you will have to follow the standard color cycle that we always follow. So blue, red, green, blue. See the color wheel pops up. I like her a lot because she hits hard, man. So does Mama Thor. And then finally, we are on our 4-3. Again, there's nothing too special about 4-3. You just have to be aware of the color cycle. As long as you're aware of the color cycle, you should have no problem with 4-3. You just want to make sure you try to keep one of each. Lucky for me, you don't have to worry about anything much this phase. So I'm going to burn some cards that I don't need. Everybody got a nice little rank up here. Here we have to follow the color cycle. So once again, we're going to do blue, we're going to do red, we're going to do green, and then we're going to do blue again. Luckily we got a lot of Thor cards, so this should become really easy for us. There's no gimmick for this phase. You just want to DPS it down as fast as possible. I'm going to still do 3 different characters so I get my rank up. I should have no problem DPSing it down because I have all of my units with almost gold cards. And then lastly, we have the fixed damage again. The only thing you got to be mindful about this phase is that if you get it too low and you don't kill, you have to kill it again, which could be quite annoying. So if you do that by mistake, you will have to reset. which really isn't the end of the world, but just be mindful of that. So I'm going to do blue, I'm going to do red, I'm going to do green, and then I'm going to do my blue again before the before the Thor ult goes away. Yeah, he likes to get rid of your ults. But we don't really care about that. We hit hard enough without ults. We got our red here. We got our green. We got our blue. And we'll do another red. Hopefully I can kill it before the death damage. I think she will. It's a gold card, so it should hit pretty hard. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so now we made it to the final floor. There's a little bit of an annoyance to it. You may have to card reset. Alright guys, we finally made it to floor 4. Let me go over some of the strats that I'm using to clear out floor 4. It's really not that bad, especially if you follow my guide. Basically, what you need to know about floor 1 is that he will apply a Grady buff after your first turn, and it'll make you take reflect damage. I don't want to deal with that, and that's why I use this dog set to boost my attack damage. To get around the gimmick of floor 1, you can just use this combo. You use double Thor, you use Hell, and you use Freyr, and that should be enough to take out the entire floor 1, phase 1. Very easy. What you need to know about this phase is that you need to use two of the same color, and you can only use that color for that turn. So for example, if I use double green, what double green will remove is it will remove the blue damage. I like to use double green first. One, because you get a lot of green cards because you play 2 green units, and 2, next phase or next turn, if I get a lot of Thor cards, I can go ham on it. You'll see right here, after using the second green, that buff will go away. They won't really hit hard because they're still debuffed, but now my Thor will hit harder. You do want to be mindful though that he will apply an effect on you, and the effect will hurt. You won't be able to heal up, so you want to make sure you go into this phase with quite a bit of HP. I got lucky with my Thor card, so I can go to town with Thor, and I should be able to, I think I might be able to kill it. Or, at the very least, get it very low. Sure, we'll give it a shot. Worst case scenario, green will be available next turn, but I'm pretty sure I'm able to kill. Yep. Thor is definitely waifu. We're pretty much able to skip most of phase 1 and phase 2. Phase 3, you need to use 3 of the same attribute, so you need to either use 3 reds, 3 greens, or 3 blues. You will most of the time have mostly greens, because greens are always really common. So because you have the 3 green units. So actually what I'll do is I can move this to get her ult next turn. And what using 3 of the same attribute will do is it will put up a massive shield around you that will make you protected from everything. Because he'll do massive single target damage on people who don't have the shield. I'll again use green only because I'm more likely to draw more greens. I could use the reds, but you do want to save up blue and red cards for the next phase. I'm never worried about seeing green cards because you have the 2 units, you're just so much more likely to see them. Here, you don't really have to worry too much about following the order to finish, because all you have to do is kill it, and you won't have to worry about it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. The double between the two of them, I believe that should be enough. And again, I don't care about my green cards. I'll always see more. And this should be finished off right here. And I didn't have to worry about following the cycle. Alright, so basically, now that we're on the last phase, you'll notice it has these 3 immortality buffs. Netmarble likes to use immortality buffs for some reason. And then it has this fixes all attribute damage taken to 1. Basically, what you want to do is you want to follow the color pattern that we always used to on the other floors. I like to do red first, then do green, and then finally do a blue. And then I'll just end my turn right there. Trying to make sure nothing merges, because I like my card selection, because I have 2 of each except for the red. What I will do probably though is I will move this over here. That way next turn, no matter what, after I use my red card, I will get my Freyr ult back. And I'll have another red card. But notice he has these buffs on him. If you stayed there through the last phase, you'll notice first phase, what they do is when you attack him, he'll heal by 300,000. But because we followed the combo the first time, you'll notice right here that the corrosion is now 10% of his max health at the end of every turn. And that'll apply every turn. So again, we're going to do our red. And we're going to do our green. This time, I'm going to try to get rid of the green again. So that'll get rid of those buffs. And then lastly, again, we're doing a blue. And I want to move my Thor just because I only have 1 of her cards. I still have a red for next turn, and I have the Freyr ult coming. You'll see, again, lost some HP. So you'll notice now all of the red buff's gone. I can do a full red attack. So I'm going to do red, green, and then blue. And then I'm going to, actually I can move the Thor to get her ult too. So red, green, blue, and we'll see where we're at there. You'll notice now he has no more immortality buffs. He is almost dead. You'll see no more damage I have to really worry about. Red, green, blue, and that should finish this for off. So, not that bad. The annoying thing is you have to be wary of the fact that you may need to reset for the cards that you need. But you can see it didn't take that long, and holy smokes did I get a broken draw. If you liked the video, thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe. Peace out.